Hi, my name is Nikel Moore. Most of my colleagues know me as Nikki. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm also a citizen of the United States. And I was part of the FIFA Master 11th edition. I'm currently in DC. I work for a company called Emerson Collective, who is part of the ownership group of Monumental Sports.
Hello, my name is Tsunemi Miyamoto from Japan and from 13th edition. I'm currently working as professional football coach at Gamba Osaka. I was a professional football player for 17 years, and about 10 years ago, I knew that the end was coming. Then I had the opportunity to chat with Mr. Tashima, who is currently the president of JFA, Japanese Football Association, and he told me about the FIFA Master. So I was very interested in it. So yeah, I decided to apply the FIFA Master. That's the reason why.
One of my friends at the time, a guy from Trinidad, said, the Federation's been calling me about this FIFA Master program, and it is an opportunity where you go to 3 countries in Europe and you study sports in all these different distinctive fields. And then he said something crazy to me, like, oh, but I don't really know if I want to do it. And in my mind, I couldn't put that together. I mean, how is it that you get a chance and an opportunity to be on the adventure of a lifetime, 3 countries, talking about sports all day long with people who have that same level of passion, visiting different sporting entities and not decide to go? So when I went through college, I kind of thought through, all right, what else do I need to do? I was told by a FIFA Master alum, actually, to build my international profile. And then once I got into my career in banking and decided I wanted to make a switch, the dream that I had before of FIFA Master became pretty practical for a few reasons. I guess, first of all, I just didn't think that I wanted to be off the job market for more than a year or so. I wanted to be employed and I wanted to be getting income. And then the second thing was I was pretty confident in my undergrad degree and didn't necessarily think that the options in the US, where you'd have to do like 2 years of programming for about 4 times the cost of the FIFA Master and 0 amount of the adventure, was a good option for me. So that's how I ended up at the FIFA Master. And I really enjoyed it. Coming through FIFA Master has meant that I kind of feel comfortable with any new topic. Nothing feels unapproachable. Nothing feels like entirely new. And maybe that is the effect of touching on the surface of everything. But I really, really credit that to both, the faculty and the breadth of conversations and expertise that we had come in, but also to my colleagues and how committed they are to sport and the sporting industry and bringing their own perspectives and the debates that we could have.
Can you imagine, there is a ball, this is football. Then when I was a player, I could see football. I could understand football from this angle, from this side, only here, probably. But after the FIFA Master, I got to, so I could see football from different angle. I mean, managerial, perspective, legal perspective, and historical perspective. Commitment and cooperation, because people are from every corner of the world, so we need to accept each other, accept diversity, and inspiration.
Well, first, I look at everything as an adventure. So FIFA Master was probably one of the best adventures I think I've had in my life and definitely in my career in education so far. The second thing I would say, probably the most heavy for me, the thing that I carry most with me, is I felt that it was illuminating in many ways. And finally, I guess I would say, maybe the connection.
As a professional football player, daily life is not that long. I mean, only 3-4 hours at the clubhouse and have practice and, treatment. But as a student, I needed to sit in a class for 7 or 8 hours a day, to listen to the lecturer. So it's very tough.
On the academic side, I would say it's kind of when you have too many riches offered to you. So once I realized everyone could answer every question that I had, it just meant that I would lose myself down rabbit holes of asking endless questions. And I'm sure that probably annoyed the heck out of my classmates, actually. But it was just too good to be true to know that, you have these 10 months and you have these people that know all these answers to all the questions you could dream of, to almost bite your tongue to not ask all of them. Broadly, the informal gatherings that, we would have with our classmates, definitely, the nights out in Milan, the picnics, aka laying out in the sun and spending time in nature in Neuchâtel, and definitely the Indian food in Leicester with my Indian colleagues who knew how to negotiate with all of the restaurant owners. It was fantastic.
When we played against Liverpool University football, after playing regular time, the score was tied 2-2 or something like that, and penalty shootout was taking place, and our goalie stopped one shot, and I was the final kicker of the shootout, and if I score, we won. Yes, I made it. So we won. So everybody was so happy. Everybody was singing, drinking a lot. So beautiful memory. We get emails on regular basis. So through this email, I could follow the sporting industry. So which is very important for me. Our final project was about creating youth academy in Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and it was only thesis on papers. But after our graduation, Japanese government and Bosnia Herzegovina were very interested in creating physical academy. So we are now operating an academy there. So it has been for 3 years since the creation. So we are very proud of it.
That is very cool that you had an immediate transition from class straight into actually supporting and developing a program that you could kind of get your hands stuck into immediately. So it's a funny thing, every chapter so far that I've had in sports, it has been tied into the FIFA Master even before I've gotten there. When I worked at the NBA, I also crossed FIFA Master alumni colleagues in Chile and in other places as well. And it's always served as just a friendly face everywhere I've had to go. Every question I've had to tackle through my career, I've just been able to kind of turn to the network.
Just be ready for everything and be an open-minded person. That's it. How about you?
I would say, first of all, enjoy the adventure. No doubt, always central. Also, I would say to kind of embrace that you don't know as much as you probably thought you knew. I think that's important coming into the FIFA Master. It's also pretty fun because you can't be everywhere. You can't be from everywhere. You cannot know every sport. You cannot know every angle. But luckily, you will have a whole group of peers that come with their own perspectives, their own professional backgrounds, and can really share with you, what they know so you don't have to learn every single thing yourself.
Thank you for your time. Even, it's 2 a.m. in your country. It was very fun, to have chat with you because you told me a lot, your experience, and I agree a lot. And hopefully, next year when we have Olympic Games in Tokyo, I want to see you there. Okay?
That would be awesome. So good to meet you. And truly, this might be the best 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. conversation I have ever had. So thank you for that and making it incredibly interesting. I definitely look forward to meeting you in person. It's been great to virtually meet for now, but I will mark it on my books to find my way to Tokyo in 2021 now. Cross fingers.